Hello, Stub76 again, or 76 Stub, I can't remember what my YouTube name is. Back on the E39. So the interior is stripped out and we are waiting for the carpets to dry so I can put the rear one back in there. So I thought, why not crack on with the seats and figure out what wiring I'm missing out the seat. So, as we move to the bottom of the seat here, there's a plug right there. I don't know if my camera can get a bit close. So, and there's two pins. Let's see if I can show in. Two pins, one there and one there. There for your electric seats. So all we're gonna do, it's gonna be pretty tricky with the GoPro in my freaking hand. So we're gonna put the neg, because I've already tested these before, neg to the top one. That's in there, like so. We've got a nice little power probe. We're gonna slide that under there. And we're gonna give that a pause. I have a little battery hooked up here. Give that a pause. This is how you normally check them anyway. So, I'm gonna sit you on top of that battery. And hopefully you can see the seat. So I'm going to give it a pause, back, forwards, that's moving forward, that's moving back. The headrest does go up, but it doesn't go down. You have to push it down manually. I don't know whether it's supposed to be like that, I've never seen it before, so have a guess. And then this is your front bit of your leg rest. So that's it. So all I'm missing on the actual car, I think, is a neg, because I've got the bottom pin. So what we'll do, this carpet might still be a bit wet. This is my plug. It's going to plug in that way. So I'm missing a pause. So in that bottom pin there should be a pause. I've got a wire up there already, so that will be that big fat neg. If I turn it to there, the big brown there, that is going to there. I don't know why we put the neg in and haven't bothered putting a pause in for the seats, but luckily I ran a 28, does about 16 amp, more than enough for electric seats. Boosh. We're going to put it in there. So I'm going to strip that plug down and see if I can get a terminal to fit in there, which I might have, I might not. I'll have to go do some digging. Right, so I found a terminal that might fit in. It's a little brass female Lucart. So this might not work because I have a feeling it's not going to go in. Put it down here. Might go in. What we'll have to do is just squeeze down the ends a bit, like so. The only way we're going to know this is when we plug the car in. So I've got my 28's twin. I've run all the way to the battery, this at the back. I'm going to pick up off a fuse holder or add a fuse holder in there straight off the battery. If you've got them, use uninsulated crimps. If you haven't, you can just use a pair of pliers. Bosh, that's in there. So I'm going to jam that in there. I could get the right terminal, could go in the book and find out which ones they are, but that's pretty tight in there. Get my little poker. And there we are. And it clicked in as well, so that's a fucking bonus. Just have to move it out of the way so it doesn't knacker it. The only way we're going to know if this works is if when we plug it in. So what I'll do, I'll tie that back on itself, that neg, we don't need it. Run that twin with that, and then that's it. Could have actually run it inside the actual bloody thing. what I'm going to do. I'm going to poke this terminal back out. Cut a little slit. I don't know if you can see this because it's in the back of the camera. Cut a slit in this sleeve in here. Make sure you don't cut the wiring. Cut a little slit in, pull that back on itself. I wish I seen this first, and then I could have done it without the terminal on. And there we are. So pull that back. Put that back in. I found the best way to put that into there is to put it that way into it. There is a little tab on the outside that it does let us click into. Don't know if you can hear it when it clicks in. There we are, that's that. So we'll grab some tape. So I'm just going to insulate the black of the twin that I've used. There's no need really because I'm not going to connect it over, but it's just good practice if you get used to insulating cables. Like so. I'm going to pull that back on itself and put just a bit of tape on there. Pull my excess through. Slide my sleeving back up. There we are, that smells better. And then tape my sleeve in to the top of my loom. Doing that makes it look like a factory loom, like so. So that's it, that's all you have to do. There's a pause in the top there. Can't really focus with this. And then you just see it there. I normally use my iPhone for close-up stuff, but the memory has been shocking recently, so sort that. There we go. And now I'm just going to slide the top on back the way it came off. How you get these off, I don't know if you can see, there's little tags here. Click on to them tags there, push the tag down, pull it out, get it back on, reverse of what you've done. It's a bit tight past my terminal because my terminal is pretty damn big. So as long as it's on like that, that'll be all we need. There we are. So it looks factory even though I've just run a cable on the inside of it. So all my excess cable that I've got left over, I can either tuck on top of the air vent. No weight's going on this. This is literally just for under the seat. Under there. So what I'm going to do is we'll go to the back end. I'll leave the driver's seat. I'll sort that out later. Right, because what we have here, we have a fuse box in the rear there, which we could, in theory, go into. I could fuse them at 30 amp and then so we do actually have, I'm going to turn the screen on so I can see, a spare fuse that is red. It's 50 amp. I was going to use a small one, but I do have 30 amp small ones of these MIDI fuses there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to unbolt this, stick my 30 amp in, run my 2 posies round and just fuse them both there. So I've got my 30 amp fuse. You could do this differently. You could put 2 15s in, but I don't have the terminals for the fuse box. I do have a fuse for this. 30 amp fuse will be perfect in there. It's a 30 amp MIDI fuse. You can get them off eBay. We get ours from a supplier called Dunbright. Little 5mm nuts, 8mm heads, and then your fuse should pop out if I have a little product. So you have little square washers. I'm gonna keep them, and your fuse should pop right out. So they are red ones are 50 amp. BMW don't have any markings on them apart from their own part number, but red ones are 50 amp. Put my 30 amp in, put my little square washers back on, get my little bopper, screw it on, don't over tighten them. The wires I've run from the front all the way to here, both there. Both here. Literally, they've got to run down there into there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave a bit of length on so I can get rid of it later on. Drop them both. Strip the ends off. Wind them up. Yellow eyelet, put a yellow on so we don't force our cables down. Crimps, insulated, fully insulated crimps. There you are, crimped, not coming off. That's where that's going onto there, like that. I'm gonna get my negs, insulate them. Like I said, it's good practice to always insulate cables that you're not using. I do it out of habit because of the job that I do. Because you never know who's going to start messing with your wiring that you've run in and trying to send posies and negs down the cables. So I'm just going to pinch take them to there. That's that. Put my posies on there. That's going to run up. I'll lose all the excess over there. 6mm nut and washer. 10mm head, 6mm thread. Put that on there. Don't matter if it's a nylock or not. Standard one will do just fine. There we are. Tighten it up. So here we are now. All plugged in. My terminal actually fitting. That's as easy as it is to fit electric seats on a BMW E39. Every function works. There you are, piece of cake. So these are M Sport seats. Headrest going up there. Like I said, oh no, it comes down now. Must have to be led up. So that's shit up. That's working. So there you are. Electric M Sport seats, an E39 that wasn't meant to have them. Easiest electric seats I've ever done, ever. So